You guys know that I love foundation, and especially matte foundation. So when I was in Sephora the other day, I realized that NARS came out with a brand new one. Seriously, I was so intrigued that I didn't even want to get a sample. I just wanted to buy it, and so today is going to be my first impression of the new NARS All Day Luminous Foundation. Like I said, this bottle just totally caught my eye, and all of the claims are fantastic. So it says that one drop, yes, one drop is supposed to cover your entire face for 16 hours. It has more of a matte finish, and it also said that it's supposed to feel weightless on the skin. This does come with a pump. I cannot wait to show you guys this. And as far as my shade, I did get light 2, which is a Mont Blanc, and this is the shade that I am in the NARS Sheer Glow. So I really liked how they kept the same shades pretty much. And so yeah, let's go ahead and break this open. So wait until you see this bottle. I don't know what it is about NARS, but I just feel like all of their stuff looks so beautiful. So here's the bottle. It just has kind of this foggy glass bottle with this black lid, and here is the awesome pump. That is one of the selling points for me, honestly, because when I got the NARS Sheer Glow, I think it was like 2 summers ago, and I loved it. I actually went out and bought one of these pumps for it because it was so liquidy, and playing around with this in Sephora, it does have that liquidy texture, so I feel like this pump is just going to be like a lifesaver. This is going to cost you $48, and you do get 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty typical, and it also comes in 20 shades. Isn't that amazing? So here's my natural skin. As you can see, I have a few breakouts, so I'm really anxious to see how this covers redness, and also my skin is still on the dry side, so I did apply my CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion to hopefully combat some of those really dry, flaky areas, but this is also a foundation that you're meant to shake up, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to go apply it with my Sigma Tapered Kabuki F86. I feel like I use this for like all of my first impressions recently. Alright, so I'm just going to apply, I guess, the 1 drop that they say to apply. I have no idea how 1 drop can cover my face, but I will say, oh, I hate this. I will say that, oh, there, okay. Okay, I'm gonna add just like 2 drops because that was a tiny bit. So here is this. I was gonna say that in the store, 1 drop did like cover the whole back of my hand, which was crazy. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab my mirror like I always do, and I'm gonna start in the center of my face. This color seemed to match me really well. I typically ask like a sales associate to help me, but recently I feel like I've kind of got my skin tone in my head now, and I just felt like I could kind of pick it out best myself. Plus, keeping with the same shades that are in the Sheer Glow line, I feel like was really helpful because it was really a no-brainer when picking my shade, which was great. Wow, so far it's incredibly easy to blend out, and I feel like I'm getting coverage right off the bat. You can kind of see like a lot. That redness is almost completely gone. So I'm going to just keep blending it in, and I seriously added 2 drops. I mean, you guys saw me, and this is seriously going to be completely enough and just totally fine for my whole face. Oh my gosh, guys, this is amazing. The only thing I'm worried about, which is really my worry for foundations, because this is so liquidy, I don't want it settling a lot in my fine lines, and I have really tough ones around my mouth where I feel like a lot of foundations settle, and also, I don't know if you can tell, but when I look close in the mirror, it is clinging to my dry areas just a little bit. That's really what I expect. If you've been watching all of my first impressions on foundations I've been doing recently, you'll know that I really struggle with dry, flaky skin right now, so that's not a deal breaker. It's not something I'm totally like super concerned about, but it is going to be annoying if it brings it out and makes it like super obvious. So there is 1 coat, and I really feel like my skin looks even, it looks matte, it feels like it's going to stay put, so far I am very happy. You can see a little bit of redness coming through on my chin, on my blemishes there, so I'm going to just take a tiny bit and see if I can conceal those just a little bit more, because I like not wearing concealer when doing these videos, and I am going to go out, so I just want those covered just a little bit more. So I'm just going to take like 1 tiny little dot on the back of my hand and maybe just use my finger at first, but you guys can see how liquidy this stuff is. I don't know if that's coming off, but it's just such a soft texture, and it does feel super lightweight like it says it will. Okay, so I am getting a lot of really great coverage by doing that, and I think that's awesome. Guys, so far, so good. I'm really liking this. So here's the finished look. I feel like my skin is looking very smooth, almost airbrush-like, and I just am so happy with that formula. It really evened out my skin tone. It feels like I have nothing on my skin. The color matches me so well, and I was so happy to get a little bit more coverage just with my finger. It was so easy to blend out. Now that I'm back with all of my finished makeup, I just wanted to say I know this is totally out of my comfort zone. I went so dark with the eyes today, but I have a lot of makeup goodies that I'm playing around with that I'll be reviewing and doing first impressions on, so I just wanted to sit down and play, and this was the result, and I must say I'm really liking it. But as far as the foundation, I really still like it. It has changed just a little bit on my skin, but overall I feel like I look very concealed, which is awesome. I'm still very matte, and also I think down on my chin, just in the center, I tend to get really red there. It is peeking through just a tiny bit, but I'm happy with how this foundation covered my blemishes. If it was a concealer, I would look for just a little bit more coverage, but for actual foundation, I feel like it did a great job. It has not settled into the lines around my mouth yet, and I'm really happy just because I know I said it before in the little application part, but it just feels like it's going to stay put on my skin. So right now, it is approximately 11:18, and I'll be back to check in with you guys at the end of the night. Hi guys, so I'm back, and right now it's about 8:30, so I've had this foundation on, oh gosh, since 11:15, so what does that make that? Like 9 hours and a little bit extra. So I know my makeup has completely changed too. I just wanted to throw out there though, my face makeup hasn't, just my eye makeup. What did I do today? I took Bogey to puppy class and then the vet and just stuff like that, and I felt like the look that I had on was just a little bit too much for just what I was doing today. So I'm really happy with the foundation. I've been looking at it all day and it's nice. I'm not going to say it's my all-time favorite. I don't think it really, I don't know, it's hard to say. I don't think it really stacked up to what I expected. When I'm looking at it now, I'm seeing a little bit of dryness around my chin, which is what I expected. I do have very dry skin right now, and just a little bit of redness is showing through. I have seen it settling just slightly into the lines around my mouth, but all in all, it has kept my skin pretty concealed. I really think that where my blemishes are looks great for a foundation. So I don't know if I would say that you have to go shell out the money for this right now. I feel like a lot of companies are kind of coming out with formulas like this recently, because this does remind me of the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless and also that new L'Oreal Pro Matte Foundation. Are they the same? No, but I feel like those drugstore options are worth a try, and if you're interested in my reviews or first impressions of those products, I'll have them linked down below. So all in all, I really do like this. Do I love it? Probably not, because I don't feel like it stacked up to my high expectations. But if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a huge thumbs up and let me know down in the comments below if you're going to give it a try. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.